Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. Apologies, you can probably hear the fan whirring up there. I'm trying to still get that one under control, but without further ado, let's get into it. This is the general notice. And we'll start off with the fans firing up and me talk about what's coming up this week on the channel. So, I'm expected to have a preview out for Rally Sardinia tomorrow, as well as a review for the World RX of Portugal. Then on Wednesday, a review for NASCAR at Nashville, a review for IMSA at Detroit, and potentially IndyCar at Detroit at the same time on Thursday. And on Friday, BTC at Thruxton will have a preview for that one. And I might do a little bit talking about the Jim Clark rally, because the broadcast is meant to go out at that time. If not, out of respect for the events that happened in the Jim Clark, I probably won't run a video. It would just basically be a reflection on what ITV's broadcast has for it. And on Saturday, a preview for the 24 Hours of Le Mans for 2025, and on Sunday, a review for Rally Sardinia. On Monday, I'm expecting that I will preview e-racing in Poland and potentially review NASCAR in Mexico City. Next Tuesday, review BTCC at Thruxton, as well as deliver the next general notice. I might move the BTCC at Thruxton forward to Monday, or potentially even the general notice, to be able to give myself more time to watch NASCAR in Mexico City. And, well, that's that for this channel for this week. Because some of you might have noticed, if not, well, gonna know now. I have a new channel, and it is designed purely for my sim racing stuff. I love to talk about sim racing. Actually, most of my most viewed videos on this channel are sim racing things. But with all of the actual racing that I talk about every day on this channel, I don't get enough time to actually do the sim racing stuff. So as a result, I've decided that I'm going to change things up a bit. And yeah, all my new sim racing stuff is over there. I started it last week. I have my first video already out on there, which is an F125 review. My aim is to try and do one video a week. And yeah, just see how it goes. And see if just doing a channel that's just sim racing has an impact. It's a fun little project. I like doing these little projects where I go off and do something else. In fact, talking about racing started off as a little project of mine back in 2018, and then sort of took over this channel. So you never know. 5 years from now, I might just be a sim racing YouTube person. But yeah, I'll link it in the description below. I'm also changing up the template that I use for video descriptions. Just moving things around so that it's more accessible for you. It'll also be including my updated social media handles, because I've changed a few of them around recently. Anyways, up for a more general channel update. Because I still don't understand how YouTube Shorts work. Oh, it's so bizarre, but it appears, as some people who I've listened to elsewhere have speculated, that YouTube Shorts is the big driving factor right now in channel growth. Because most people watch YouTube on their phone, and as a result, they choose to consume YouTube videos that are typically more short form. But it's nice, because it means that I'm getting a high level of watch time. Not necessarily high average view durations, but there are lots of people who are coming back for more. I don't know if it gets more tailored towards what they want. So, you know, if you're a NASCAR person, you come back more for the NASCAR ones, F1 for F1 ones, and so on and so forth. It's interesting, though, to continue to track this and see what happens. Never know what could be the result of it. Just got to keep seeing it and seeing if there's any data that I could extrapolate from it. In the past week, the most viewed videos on this channel. Wow, got 2 long form ones, my WEC season preview and the Race 07 retrospective, then the other 8 are all shorts. What I found strange is that my WEC preview outdid the short form. So I think the short suddenly picked up traction over the course of today. The day I'm recording this. I'm recording this on Sunday. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the articles for this week. And start off with Hyundai in the WRC. Hyundai haven't ruled out the idea of running a 4th i20N Rally 1 this year. And that is actually a big change. Now, it's something that was in my preseason predictions that they would include a 4th car on select events. I thought that one of the first ones to do that would have been one of the Iberian rounds of Danny Sordo. Now, Rally Portugal, I understand not doing because, well, Sordo is in the Portuguese Championship this year. But I would have thought that you'd put the Spaniard in the Spanish round because that's good for publicity. Sordo has been good on tarmac, and I believe he probably has had prior experience, although probably from decades ago at this point, of La Canaria. So some of the stages might have been familiar to him. But now I'm thinking Esa-Pekka Lappi for Finland. He did good in the one-off for Toyota, in 2022? Got in the part-time drive for Toyota for 23 that led to his full-time drive with Hyundai for 24. Or am I getting that wrong? I might be getting that completely wrong. But either way, I think that it would be a good idea for them to do that. Because at the end of the day, it just means that you can put more specialists in the car for particular events. And there are lots of people who will be queuing up for a good Rally 1 ride. Lappi I've named. He's happy to do part-time. Sordo, the same. Andreas Mikkelsen's looking for a way to get back into Rally 1. Oliver Solberg has decided that Toyota's his best shot at doing it. Hyundai need to come up with some more ideas on how to win back this championship. Because they are fully capable. And this is the strange thing. Toyota has now won, each of the first 5 events this season. They've won 6 rallies in a row. But they haven't all been slam dunk. Formo was great on the Monte. Not only that, but Tanak and Neville have been competitive in other areas. Tanak really should have won Portugal. Formo was competitive in Portugal as well, but reliability let him down. The same as it was for him in not Sardinia. Sardinia's this week. Maybe foreshadowing. In the Safari Rally. The Greek entry list is out now. 12 Rally 1 cars. 5 Toyotas, 4 Fords, 3 Hyundais. So it won't happen for there, but I wouldn't rule out Finland. Hyundai has a testing base there now. They have some very fast gravel drivers in their stable. Why not? Meanwhile, I want to talk about Aston Martin and F1. So, Lance Stroll. What do I say about Lance Stroll? It was really interesting what happened. He withdrew from the race because of his wrist, an injury that we gathered to believe is a continuation of the injury that he had in 2023 that made him sit out testing. But he got eliminated from Q2. Supposedly was disgruntled and may or may not have acted in an aggressive manner when he got back to the garage. That's according to BBC reports. But Aston Martin themselves then got summoned and warned by the FIA because he decided to go straight to the garage. He didn't get weighed after Q2. It's all a really strange thing. The only comment that the media seems to be running with from the spokesman is that Lance was upset. And understandably so. His hand is hurting and he just got knocked out in Q2 when his teammate got through to Q3. But I'll leave the rest up to you. I don't have much negative to say about Stroll. Stroll's about the same age as me. He's there to try and be the best he can be. Obviously frustrated that things aren't going according to plan. But unlike Verstappen's antics on the Sunday, I can't really talk much more about Stroll's from the Saturday. What I can talk about, which some competitors can't, is WEC and BoP. Because it appears that the FIA changed how they measure BoP. Instead of it being the 3 previous rounds of the championship, they now make it the best 2 of the 3 previous rounds of the championship. According to an article, a quote that is an article by Sportscar365, all these articles, as always, are linked in the description section. It was because they want to get 100% convergence. So instead of there being plus or minus 0.2% between the different cars in Hypercar, they're trying to expedite getting it to absolute parity. And this is the way they feel they can do it. Now, I would say that Ferrari still dominated in Spa. Rui Kobayashi gave an interview, was it during qualifying or was it during the race? I can't remember, where he gave his best Jose Mourinho, "If I speak, I am in trouble, so I choose not to speak" impression. But yeah, I don't know. It's strange because the ACO and IMSA both calculate BoP differently. And as a result, you have one series where the Porsches seem to dominate, and another where the Porsches seem to struggle, and the Ferraris seem to dominate. I don't quite know how you fix it. Penny for the thoughts of the FIA here, or the ACO. It's very, very tricky to get something right when it comes to BoP. I mean, I've played ACC for years, and most popular BoP is a BoP that updates the BoP that comes with the game. The LFM stuff. But you're never going to have everyone absolutely happy. Question is then, how much from the data that they have and the simulations that they can run are they certain that the difference between the different manufacturers is simply a difference in skill? I'll leave that with you. And I'll also leave this video here. As always, thanks so much for watching and joining, folks. I really appreciate it. We've been going for a while, haven't we? Yeah, nearly 15 minutes. Please do check out my other channel in the description section. And if you are a fan of sim racing, let me know what you think. And let me know if you have any ideas for content. I've got a couple of videos lined up. One which I originally wanted to release on this channel, actually. And it's been multiple that I wanted to originally release on the channel. But one that I recorded and was meant to go out about 2 months ago. Anyways, till next time. Bye for now.